I think Oscar would look at this and go, that's what I wanted to be able to do.
Absolutely. Yeah,
but I wasn't able to do it at that time because of where we were.
Completely.
Where we are now, we can celebrate it in the way Oscar would have wanted it to be celebrated. As much as the show is sold out, and it is a wonderful thing that we are sold out, there are so many people who aren't going to be able to see it. Exactly. And the fact that people can rock up to a cinema and get the joy that we are living, portraying, hopefully that Oscar is proud of, and have that they can experience it as well without being here, is a joy for me.
We always describe stories about being on the world stage, collective consciousness and all those things, but this is an opportunity to literally be global with our artistry. Excited, it doesn't almost quantify it, I think. There's a tiny detail that I've noticed in Sharon. Lady Bracknell, when she's walking, she does a little shoulder.
Oh yeah,
she's sexy.
Miss Prism. Every character will develop a particular movement. Whatever character you do,
how do they move?
How do they move? And she moves in a particular way, as each of our characters move in a particular way. I see it immediately in all of us. We're all doing something completely different.
I thought that maybe the costumes would feel more restrictive than they are. And with Cecily, she's running over mounds, jumping over things. I guess at the beginning of the process, I didn't expect that to be Cecily.
Yeah, because the whole Victorian thing feels like it's going to be restrictive.
Exactly.
You've got bustles, we've got long skirts and hoops and madness.
Corsets.
But actually, when your character takes over, it's such a wild thing, as you say. It's like, that's nothing for Cecily. She hikes up the dress.
If you could play any other character in the show, who would it be?
I've played another character in the show.
Stop it!
Yes.
When was this?
When I was 16, I got Merriman. I egged it for all it's worth. I was like that in the background, coming on with cups of tea.
Our queen, Sharon D. Clarke. How did you come to the decision to portray Lady Bracknell with a Jamaican accent?
With a posh Jamaican accent.
With a posh Jamaican
accent. Not just a Jamaican accent, it's a posh Jamaican accent, which is basically my Auntie Nellie.
Okay.
So it's an homage to Auntie Nellie, but there's also the fact of trying to access how this woman would have arrived here, who she would have been before, and looking at the age that we are playing in, the most sensible thing for me she would have come over from Jamaica with the plantation and all of that, and our whole history with the colonies. So bringing in that simple Jamaican accent for me, tied us into the colonies, tied us into how the money could possibly have been made on the plantation, and also to just remind people about that connection in those days, you know what I mean? And Black people have been here, so it's just that spark in the conversation as opposed to her just being RP and no one having to think about that. And also I just think, on a silly level, it just makes the music, the language sing.
So well.
Yes.
And now I'll have a cup of tea and one of those nice cucumber sandwiches you promised me.
Certainly, Aunt Augusta.
Who has the most impressive wig? And for me, hands down, that is Gwendolyn. The ponytail wig.
Incredible.
I absolutely enjoy. But I love the sculpted Afro puffs, man. And I'm telling you, I've got a little fro wig at home that is going to get itself sculpted Afro puffed because it is joy.
It's what Oscar Wilde says. In matters of grave importance, style, not sincerity, is the vital thing. He's so way ahead of his time by eons. Did you hear that when he went to America to do that talk, to do the lectures, they asked him at what we would say was customs, do you have anything to declare? And he said, nothing but my genius.
Oh God, it's so cool.
I can't wait to drop that line on somebody.
Do you have anything to declare?
Nothing but my genius.
Thank
Sir,
you.
can you come and arrest this woman, please?
Homeland Security, we have a problem.